All right, y'all. Grab a snack, grab a book, grab your common sense. Charlie, please, is in session. All right, y'all. I know it's been a while. Don't fight me. Don't fight me. I know it's been a while since we did one of these, but baby, I am here. I'm here. So let's just get right into it. I know it's been a minute. So last time we talked, I had just celebrated a birthday, just got back from Houston, did all the things. And baby, I ain't forget about y'all. Girl just been on the move. But what I do want to start with, let's just start with me and my partner in crime, Nisha, did a little read and chill in the park here in Dallas last weekend at Clyde Warren Park. And it was just real impromptu. Nisha hopped online and was like, listen, we're all getting a little crazy. I'm all about community. Let's just link up. Let's just do some quick, chill, cost efficient. Let's meet up at the park. So I'm like, okay, girl, let's do it. We didn't want to create no flyer. We didn't want to make it all jazzed up. It's like, listen, if y'all fucking with it, come through. If y'all ain't, that's cool too. Did that. And we had about 12, 13 people pull up. Had four authors pull up. We had JD Southwell, Toilet Rowe, Rain Coleman, Angel Shaw. Had about 8, 9 readers pull up. Lady Creole pulled up. And it was just a damn good time. I honestly think we did more talking than reading. And I think people just want to be in community. I think people just want to be around each other and just chill. And in Dallas, like Dallas does have book communities. There are book clubs. They do have book events here. But I think for our side of the bookish space and what we like to do and how we like to kick it is not that. So I think we're gonna do more of that. It definitely mattered because we don't do a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? We don't kick a lot. I know we be online and we do our kikis and our ha-has, but we don't do a lot of that. So I think me and Nisha gonna try to make that a thing. I told her I was so proud of her for even thinking to even do that. And let me just shout out to the authors. Like, no author came empty handed. Like, everybody brought something. They brought books, they brought wine, they brought food, they brought just giveaway stuff. Like, man, it was just so awesome. And that is what I like to see in the book space. That is what this community is truly about. Like, I came home, y'all, with like 3 and 4 bottles of wine. I came home with 8 books. I came home with a pack of cookies, food. It was a grand on time. So I really, really, really enjoyed that. So y'all be on the lookout for the next one. We're gonna try to do something. I ain't gonna say on a grander scale. We're gonna do something more organized. It might be ticketed this time around, but we do want y'all to come out and support and just be in community because that truly is what it is all about. So thank y'all for everybody that pulled up, and thank y'all to everybody who inquired about that. We're gonna try to do that again. The other thing I want to talk about is author reader relationships. Shout out to Alicia Reads a lot. There was 2 discussions last week she hosted on TikTok Live about author reader relationships and the healthy boundaries that come with that, and the over access, the oversharing, and the overreaching when it comes to that. And I know the first night of discussion, um, she had Estevan on the panel. And the first portion of it, I was just kind of in and out of the discussion when they were live. And it was a damn good conversation. Shout out to Alicia for even moderating that. And it was just gems being dropped throughout. Estevan was just giving her rundown and run through about how it was in the beginning of her being an author, how she could just like drop the work and the readers would appreciate it, how things weren't so demanding, how she could just be an author and, you know, just really focus on writing. And now with so many other things that come with that, she has to, be a social media manager. She has to do character art. She has to go to events. And it's just a lot with coming being an author now. These readers are so demanding. They want you to be online 24/7. They want you to write the book that they want you to write. They want you to be a trendy author. And she was just giving it up and then just being as raw and honest as she possibly could be. And I like the fact that she was so vulnerable with us and just saying, authors are going through a lot, even the way they get paid out for their books now on Amazon and Kindle. She was like, even that's a struggle, getting paid per page. And my heart goes out to these authors. One thing I do want these authors to do, and Jaleesa said this best, is stop listening to these readers. Stop listening to us. Write the fucking book that you want to write. Because here's the thing. We don't know what you want until you give it to us. Don't become a trendy ass author. Okay? Don't become that author that write everything that everybody else is writing because it's selling or it becomes industry standard. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. Now, I'm not saying don't grow your craft, don't strengthen your craft. I'm not saying any of that because you have to grow. Your pen has to be strengthened, right? What I am saying is if everybody, just say, for example, if everybody start writing about street racing and you don't write about street racing, don't carry your ass over to the street racing and then have your readers pressure you into writing that. That ain't your lane. Don't do that. That ain't who you are to your core because you're going to find yourself upset and miserable that you done ventured off over into that. If dark romance ain't your thing, but dark romance is the thing that's selling, don't venture your ass over into that. Because what's going to happen, you're going to go over there and you may do well in it, right? And people might like it, but you might hate writing it. And now you're going to be stuck over there, mad and miserable. So again, like Jaleesa said, and so many other of us has said, stop listening to us. Write what the hell you want to write. And tell these people, if you don't want to read what I'm writing, carry your ass over there to somebody that is writing it. Okay? Just stop doing it. And readers, stop carrying your ass over there to authors' catalogs that don't write what you like to read. It really goes both ways. Dare I not go over there to Gray Huffington's catalog and ask her why she ain't writing thrillers? That woman don't fucking write thrillers. I'm not going to ask her why she not writing them. That ain't her lane. Not saying it couldn't be, but that ain't what the fuck she do. Leave these authors alone. Authors, stop fucking listening to us, okay? Now, Siobhan did say something that made me think a little bit. She was like, readers are now asking, where the character art is, where's the visuals and all that. And, they expect it to be a standard for when book release drops. Now, I didn't know about that until I think the first person I saw do that, and I could be wrong. I'm only telling y'all what I saw. So don't listen to this and think, I'm trying to, stun on nobody else or get somebody else praise that they didn't start on. But the first person or the first author I saw do that was Ja. And she did it with Capone last year when she dropped Capone. And when I saw Ja drop Capone visuals and she kept doing it for the release because she has a formula for that, every author I saw after that do it. I'm not saying she was the first. She was the first that I saw do it. And it kind of took off like wildfire. So now all the girls that do graphics and all that have been hired to do this, right? I'm not saying it's a bad thing. What I'm saying to authors is, number one, in the industry that you're going to be in, you're going to have to adapt and change. I guess the visuals is something that is an adaptation and a change. So if that's something you want to upgrade your authorship to, cool. Number two, don't maintain a vibe or adopt a vibe that you can't maintain. If that ain't your judge, if that's some shit you don't want to do, don't do it. Because I look at people like India Carter and all that, don't be dropping all them damn visuals. You get them damn books and you gonna get her. Miss Janae Sequoia, I think that's how you say her name. She gonna drop that book and she gonna keep that shit pushing. So if that's something you don't want to do, those visuals, all that character art and all that AI bullshit, don't do it. Do not let these readers pressure you into that bullshit. You let them know, hey, I'm not doing it. I'm not paying nobody to do it. Imagine that shit in your brain. That's what we had to do back in the day. That what Eric Jerome Dickey made us do. That what Elin Harris made us do. Rashonda Tate Billingsley. I'm sorry, she don't even go by Billingsley no more, but that what they made us do. Brenda Jackson, they made us do it. They ain't do no damn character. Our hair, we had Fabio on the front of the damn cover sometime. So there you have it. Whew, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go off on a tangent, y'all. The other thing I want to talk about is influencers. And I keep hearing this phrase, they were talking about influencers being invited to book events to do things, and influencers are becoming larger than life, and they think they're bigger than the program, and influencer is this and influencers are that. Let me say this. I don't consider myself an influencer. I will honestly say that. I would like to say I'm a podcaster, for one. I am. I would like to say I'm a vibe curator, right? Um, Influencer, I guess social media personality. Okay, cool. I will say this though. People love influencers when it's beneficial to them. They hate influencers when they no longer serve them. I will also say influencers have a very specific role. They only bring awareness to what you're doing. That's it. So when you're trying to do an event or you're trying to bring awareness to what you're doing, that's when the influencer comes into play. That's their role. Now, if you want to hire influencers to host, moderate, podcast, whatever, cool. But don't act like influencers are not an intricate part of whatever program or whatever you're trying to do. I think that is very unfair for anybody to say. I'm not saying they're the whole process, but they play an important role because a lot of things that's happening in this space, people would not know about if influencers didn't put their voice on it. Let's call things things. A lot of these things that's happening in this space, nobody would know about if an influencer didn't go, this look like this gonna be dope. I think I wanna go. And once the influencer say that, everybody like, oh, what is it? Who gonna be there? Now it then took off like wildfire, right? So you can't say, oh, they ain't important or F the influencer. No. Because without the influencer tapping you on the shoulder, give you a little shine, it wouldn't have been XYZ. Now, I'm not saying you need the influence to sell your tickets, but they definitely brought awareness to what's going on. So don't do that. That's all I'm going to say about that. Don't do that. All right. And I will also say influencers have a shared responsibility to be responsible in this space. And what I mean by that is that we all have to work together in this space because it is an ecosystem, from influencers to authors to content creators to readers, narrators, publishers, podcasters. We all have a shared responsibility to uplift and build up this book space. Nobody's job is more important than the other. That's just what it is. Nobody can do nothing without the other. Without the author, you don't have readers. Without readers, you don't have authors. Without the book events, you can't bring awareness to what's going on. Everybody has a pulse on something in this industry, and we all have to treat each other like we all mean something. Nobody is bigger than the program. That is a fact. But we all have to act like we're a part of the program. So that's that. The other thing I want to talk about is letting your online persona match your in-person vibes. Letting your online persona match your in-person vibes. Please don't be a weird ass heifer if you have the opportunity to meet your peers in person. Okay? Your online confidence should match your in-person manners. Okay? Your social cues matter. The way you respond to people matter. The way you react to people matter. The way you receive people matter. There's so many times that, we interacted with each other all day online, right? And We gonna call it a buck and a bean. A lot of us are very introverted. We're readers. We are great at escapism. We are great of going off in a corner and being by ourselves and just reading and not being bothered with people. However, comma, when we get to a place where there's a collective group of us who share a shared hobby of reading and we're sharing the space of readers, let's be nice. Let's be courteous. Let's be in community together. And when we have the opportunity to meet each other and introduce ourselves, let's do it. And let's be excited about it. um and I think what's happening is that a lot of us online are very chummy bummy, like, oh yeah, I'm chatty patty online, I'm great online, and we meet people in person and it just falls flat. It gets real crazy. um yeah, so I would just say, your first impression is always a lasting impression. You don't want people to have this impression of you that you're a bitch, because it may not fare over well. And people talk in this industry. This is a small knit community, and people talk, and the North remembers. The North never forgets. And you don't want to be the person labeled as somebody who's not nice and who isn't received well. So be very mindful of that, okay? Be very mindful of that. Be very mindful of that. I remember meeting people for the first time, and I took it as a compliment. Like, oh man, Charlie, you are exactly who you are online and offline. And I told them I try to be. I don't know no other way to be. You know what I'm saying? Um, and that ain't a flex. That's just me showing up as my true authentic self. You know what I'm saying? Now there are moments I'm down and I need to, recalibrate my feelings, or, I may take a while to recognize who you are, but I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be polite. I'm going to be courteous. I'm going to treat you like a human. I'm going to treat you with respect. And I'm going to shake your hand and give you a side hug and wish you well and hope you get to your destination safe from when you leave my presence. So let's just keep that in mind. Because a lot of girlies ain't doing it, and that's not okay. That is not okay. You can't scream sisterhood and community, and when you meet these girls in person, you giving Cruella de Vil. Let's not do that, girls. So yeah. I know that's a lot, y'all. What else I want to talk about before I get out here? Because y'all know these episodes ain't never long, baby. They ain't never long, baby. Oh, another thing I have been doing is I have been stepping back from the noise and enjoying books again. Baby, I have been enjoying being a goddamn reader again. If y'all have not noticed, Charlotte May has reduced her access online. Like, you may see me every now and again, but I have enjoyed not spending the majority of my time on the goddamn threads. And let me tell you why. A few reasons. I looked up and saw on threads, I had 3.3 million views for the last 30 days. Now, to some people, that may seem like a flex, but to me, that just means my ass be on there too much. That ain't a flex to me. That just means Charlie be on threads too goddamn. I only got 1,700 followers. That makes no fucking sense. Okay. The other thing is, um, it means that my threads are leaving the book community. That means a few of my threads are taking off outside of the book community. And when that happens, that means the inside joke is leaving the house. So when I'm saying things that the book community gets and it's leaving the book community and making it to other sides of the internet, people putting their mouth on shit, they don't know what the fuck they talking about. And it's becoming too much for me to handle, because it's like I'm not explaining something that y'all should understand, but y'all don't, because y'all ain't over here with us. You know what I'm saying? Um, like I had some take off. I was just like, I want my husband and my boyfriend to get along. In book language, that just means That's why I choose romance. You know what I'm saying? That made it to the other side of the internet, and now people saying, what you mean? That's whole behavior. Y'all, that's something that has left my community. I'm sick of that shit. I really, really am. So I have to reduce my access. The other thing is I don't want to treat my threads like it's 2009 Twitter. Because, baby, I was legendary in those days. From 2009, about 2017, I had either celebrities following me or blocking me because, baby, your girl was on the run. Your girl was on the run under my old Twitter account. And I just don't want my threads to be there. I want to keep it as niche as possible in the book community. So I made the decision just to pull back a little bit. And on top of that, it's taken away from my reading. I miss just reading. If you all don't know, well, y'all know, hell, Goon and Union City Kings Affiliated came out this week, baby. And, baby, I'm in the land of John E. Bowser. You know what I'm saying? It's gang shit and freaky shit going on in my household this week. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to read. I just want 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 to read. And that's just what it is for me. So I have been enjoying that. Like I'm not going dark. I'm never gonna be the person. I'm just off the internet. Like, no. But what I am enjoying is not having a pulse on everything, not knowing everything that's going on, not always being in the know, not always knowing the tea, keeping up with the drama. I enjoy that. And it's been fun over here. It's really been fucking fun. And shout out to my book girlies that's been checking on me like, hey sis, everything good? Like, girl, I'm good. I just ain't been online like that. I am alive. This is proof of life. So that's been cool or whatever. But I've been good, baby. I've been real good. So, sometimes you just gotta reduce the access and just be cool. And that's what I've been doing. I have really been doing that. And sometimes you can just log off without explaining. I'm never one of those people like, oh, y'all getting on my nerves. I'm logging off. Like, no, I just know how to leave without making an announcement. So yeah. And I feel like your best creativity comes when you take a rest. And I don't feel pressure to post anything or none of that. So yeah, cool. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it. I should be finishing up Goon. It's been a time over there. I can't wait. My Freaky Frog ass should be finishing up Union City Kings Affiliated. um. So yeah, I'm reading that with Avaline Oz, honey. I am having a Zoom discussion for Goon tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. If you are in my Instagram channel, I will, if you email the plot society at outlook.com, I will send you the link for the Zoom meeting for Goon. Again, it's the plot society at outlook.com. I will email you that link. I don't want to just put it out there all willy nilly and just have random ass people join because people get a little cray. But yeah, I will put that out there so y'all can enjoy that. We'll be talking about Goon tomorrow, so that's gonna be a fun old time. Where we at? 23 minutes. So that's enough for that. I just want to thank y'all for rocking with me on this Substack. I am gonna be more diligent in this. This is gonna be my little pet project. And yeah, another episode of Charlie Please in the books. I appreciate y'all so much. Make sure y'all comments. I'm trying to show Spotify that this is a real thing and they can fuck with the kid if something were to come of this. And I got some other big news coming soon, y'all. So make sure y'all stay tuned. Please stay tuned. All right, y'all. Last episode of Charlie Please in the books. Well, not last episode. This episode of Charlie Please in the books. Y'all be easy. I'm out.